WYLN, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. Fire ripped through one home and damaged another one Tuesday night. It happened in Schuylkill County. Shenandoah fire crews got the call just before 7 for the house fire on South Jardin Street. Crews found heavy fire in the rear of the home and quickly called in a second alarm to help battle the blaze. Crews fought that fire for about an hour before bringing it under control. The back of the home was severely damaged. Fire also spread to a next-door home on Jardin Street. Shenandoah EMS did evaluate 3 people affected by fire at the scene. Shenandoah's fire marshal said the fire was ruled accidental from a cooking incident. The Red Cross was called in to assist the victims. Hazleton City Police narcotics detectives were conducting a surveillance detail in an attempt to locate a wanted person, Eric Wisda. Officers found Wisda in the area of 10th and Locust. He was stopped and taken into custody on a warrant. He faces charges of 2 counts of delivery of a controlled substance, fentanyl, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Officers say Wisda's charges stem from an investigation into narcotics dealing in the Alter Street Business District during the month of December. A Hazleton woman accused of causing her infant son's death after he ingested drugs has waived her right to a preliminary hearing. Police were called to the home of 20-year-old Anya Medina Arias on November 19th. They found her 7-month-old son unresponsive. After she changed her story several times during the interview, the police said she finally told them that she sampled a substance in a bag with her finger, then put the same finger in the child's mouth to see if he was teething. The 2 went to sleep, and when she woke up, she saw the baby had trouble breathing. He was taken to the hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. She will face charges of a felony count of manslaughter and a first-degree felony charge of child endangerment in Luzerne County Court. A former superintendent has returned to work for the Hazleton Area School District as a substitute. Dr. Frank Antonelli retired 4 years ago from the district, but now is subbing as an administrator on an as-needed basis, mainly at Heights Terrace School. According to current superintendent Brian Uplinger, Antonelli was hired through Kelly Educational Staffing. The district last year signed a contract with Kelly to bring in subs when teachers and/or building administrators call off or on leave. When Antonelli is called into sub, he's paid $300 a day, a rate approved by the school board on December 20th. Uplinger said the vice principal at the Heights Terrace is on leave, and Heights is one of the largest buildings. The superintendent said even he and director of curriculum, Pat Patty, also fill in when principals and vice principals are on leave. Since May, the district has paid Kelly Educational Staffing over $700,000 for substitutes. Thursday night, the city of Hazleton will swear in 5 new fire drivers for the city's fire department. According to Mayor Jeff Cassatt and Chief Donald Leschko, they announced the swearing-in ceremony will take place at 6 o'clock at the Good News Church at 81 North Laurel Street in downtown Hazleton. The 5, Thomas Brzezicki, James Festermacher, Justin Zojak, and Michael Volchak, along with Edward Hoffer. The mayor, along with numerous federal, state, and city officials, will also be in attendance, along with the firefighters' family and friends who are being sworn in. 3 of the 5 positions the department is hiring are being paid through a federal grant that the department received back in October. Tuesday night, President Donald Trump addressed the nation from the Oval Office about the government shutdown and border security. The president drew a line in the sand and told Democrats where he stood, and he was not budging. The president wants $5.2 billion to build a wall on the southern border and boost security at the border. Following the presidential address, Democrat Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, along with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, gave their response to the president. They also drew a line in the sand. As it stands right now, no clear end date to the shutdown or if Republicans and Democrats will move closer to an agreement on border security. With the new Congress in session, the first item they are facing is the ongoing government shutdown and border security. Congressman Dan Muser took to the floor yesterday and asked for Congress to work and put those affected by the shutdown back to work.
This government shutdown needs to be resolved. The people know it is up to this Congress to do it, and to do so in short order. Despite the high level of political morass we must wade through in these first days of the 116th Congress, I continue to believe that this Congress can do things better and actually work together to get things done for the American people. The need exists to advance and improve our border security, as well as correct aspects of our illegal immigration laws. The problem solving, however, starts with securing our borders.
During his first floor speech, Muser said the border needs to be a top priority, and it's time for Washington to work and fix the problems.
Our borders are a serious problem. We all know this. The data is indisputable by anyone serious who reviews the information. We have hundreds of thousands entering our country illegally every year. And our Border Patrol agents cannot manage the situation with the resources and tools Congress has appropriated. Politics has no place in this serious matter. The border agents, including Chris Cabrera of the National Border Patrol Council, emphasizes that a wall or a barrier is an essential tool. We here in Congress must provide the means so Border Patrol can do their job.
Muser went on to say that he believes in high fences and wide legal gates, but before Congress can talk about legal gates, they need to deal with issues like DACA and extended work visas for agricultural workers, and the U.S. needs to secure the border. Coming up on WYLN News, more municipal organizations. But first, before we go to break, a check on the forecast. Some colder temperatures and flurries on the way, dipping down into the teens overnight, and we're still keeping an eye on what could happen at the end of the weekend. Stay with us.
Success begins at MMI.
If you're entering 6th through 11th grade,
come explore MMI on visitation night.
Experience what many families have learned.
An MMI education is one of the best investments you can make.
Register for our January 26th entrance and scholarship exam.
Visit MMIprep.org for more information.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Oh, what fun it is to save during the Big Finish event. Come into All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today. Experience holiday cheer with the new 2018 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with Ram Cargo Management. Save up to $11,750. Or lease a new Dodge Durango SXT all-wheel drive for just $279 a month for 36 months. And get 0% for 60 months plus $1,000 in bonus cash. Oh, what fun it is to save during the Big Finish event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
A number of municipal officials are reorganizing for 2019. One of them, Klein Township. Supervisors chose Dale Wesner as chairman of the board, with Carmen Cara as vice chair. Third supervisor Matt Cora appointed to a 5-year term on the Klein Township Municipal Authority. All 3 supervisors will serve as roadmasters for 2019. Supervisors award a 50-cent pay increase for township road workers for 2019. Supervisors will continue to meet on the second Monday of the month at 4 p.m. Schuylkill County Commissioners holding their reorganizational meeting and reappointing their chairman. George Halkovich was reelected chairman of the board, with Frank Stoudemire as vice chair. They both serve with Commissioner Gary Hess. The board has a busy 2019, most items dealing with economic development, doing improvements to Schuylkill County's Joe Zerby Airport. The board will also be looking at constructing an intermediate punishment center, completing renovations to the Human Services building as well. The commissioners' regular meetings will be held the second and fourth Wednesdays at 10. Commissioners in Carbon County held their first meeting of 2019 in Jim Thorpe on Monday. It started with the commissioners implementing salaries and positions for county employees. The salary board set pay rates for both union and non-union employees. A majority of county workers got a 3% pay increase for 2019. The county animal warden receiving a higher increase to compensate for on-call hours and overtime. Other employees also receiving higher rates were 4 district court office supervisors, the chief real estate clerk in the sheriff's office, and a processor in the controller's office. The next time Carbon County Commissioners meet will be on January 17th, 10:30 a.m. in the Courthouse Annex building. And Luzerne County Council officially declared a vacancy for the seat that was held by Councilman Ed Berminski at last night's meeting. Berminski announcing that he would be resigning from his position last week. Anyone who may be interested in applying must be at least 18 years of age, a Luzerne County resident for at least 1 year, and a registered Democrat. The vacancy will be up on the county's website. Deadline to apply, 4:30 p.m. January 18th, and whoever is selected will fill that seat until January 2020. Council also approved a settlement of litigation from the estate of inmate Timothy Gilliam. He died along with correctional officer Christopher Moles after both men fell down an elevator shaft at the prison during an altercation in July 2016. As part of that settlement, the county was released from any liability and will not have to pay any money into Gilliam's estate. A discount retailer familiar in New England, New York, and New Jersey is now coming to the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton area. Ocean State Job Lot has purchased the former Toys R Us locations on Kidder Street in Wilkes-Barre and on the Scranton-Carbondale Highway in Dixon City. The retailer offers clothing, pet supplies, household goods, and seasonal products at discount prices. Ocean State has also purchased former Toys R Us U.S. stores in New York, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts. The retailer has been around for over 40 years and employs about 5,000 people. Construction is expected to start soon on the Wilkes-Barre and Dixon City stores and be completed by Memorial Day. Governor Tom Wolf wants the state to take a harder look into carbon pollution and wants to find ways to reduce it. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has more.
Governor Wolf was in Allegheny County to announce that he has signed a new executive order establishing the first statewide goal to reduce carbon pollution in Pennsylvania. The pollution attributes to climate change, and the governor stated that a recent national climate assessment predicts that without a significant reduction in emissions, global temperatures could increase by 9% by the end of the century.
A change like that would have catastrophic ramifications across the globe and fundamentally alter life right here in Pennsylvania.
Last year alone, climate and weather changes affected many areas of the Commonwealth.
2018 was the wettest year on record here in Pennsylvania, with record rainfall resulting in flooding throughout the state. In places like Bradford County, Schuylkill County, York County, Philadelphia County, and right here in Allegheny County. That's affected our farmers and the crops that they grow. It's devastated homes. We had the washout here in Route 30 in the winter. I mean, this is affecting all of our lives each and every day.
The governor's executive order also allows the Green Gov Council to increase green and sustainable practices in state government. It will serve as a central coordinating body to help implement the order and ultimately save taxpayer money and create jobs in the state's clean energy economy.
Addressing climate change is too important to be captive to partisan politics or empty rhetoric. Cannot afford to see it as a false choice between the jobs and environment. Rather, as demonstrated by the collaborative approach we're celebrating today, we can reduce Pennsylvania's emissions while creating new jobs and a clean energy economy.
The state will be working to achieve a 26% reduction of greenhouse gas emissions by 2025 and an 80% reduction by 2050. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
And if you played Cash 5 in West Hazleton recently, you'll want to check your tickets. The Pantry Quick Express on Broad Street in West Hazleton sold a $500,000 winning ticket in Monday night's drawing. The winning numbers 3, 5, 12, 26, and 37. Now, if it turns out that you have that winning ticket, you should contact your nearest lottery office as soon as possible. Cash 5 prizes expire 1 year from the drawing date. And by the way, the store also receives a $500 bonus for selling that winning ticket. Coming up on Zion Grove's News Choice, we have a recap of last night's Myers versus Hazleton game. But first, in Wellness Wednesday, we're talking foot care. Stay with us.
Minutes away. That's right, you're just minutes away from a great deal on a new car, truck, or SUV from Barber Ford. 2 great locations, Exeter and Hazleton. The best deals on America's #1 brand are just 19 minutes from Scranton, 15 minutes from Wilkes-Barre, 12 minutes from Old Forge, 18 minutes from Mountaintop, and 28 minutes from Berwick. Barber Ford in Exeter and Barber Ford in Hazleton. Start your new car search today at barberautogroup.com, where nobody sells for less.
The Falvello Law Firm, located at 314 Main Street, Suite A in Cunningham, offers help with car and truck accidents, wills, powers of attorney, and estates. With a small team of attorneys, they work directly with each and every client, serving all of northeastern Pennsylvania, and they are proud to offer legal services that make a real difference to you. Call them at 570-788-4191 today.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, and today I am talking with Dr. Brittany Portanova, and she is a doctor of podiatric medicine. That means, Dr. Portanova, we're going to do a little bit of walking because it's all about the feet.
Yes, absolutely.
And feet are something that, well, in order to get from point A to point B, it's a good thing to keep them healthy. It's the winter time. What do we do?
So the big thing in the winter is change of shoes. So we go from our summer flip-flop shoes that are open and often very comfortable to our closed, confined, warm winter shoes. So a lot of issues start off the bat with blisters, chafing, irritation of bunions, hammer toes, existing conditions with shoes. So it's very important that you look for a pair of shoes or boots that fit you appropriately. And that includes not just your foot, but also accommodating a pair of warm, thick socks. A lot of us go shopping. We have our normal thin socks with us, and when you actually change into your winter shoes with your thick wool socks, problems can start. So it's important to have a good pair of fitting shoes and take that into account. As a result of this, you're in a warm, moist shoe as well. Sometimes they can become a little sweaty. You can get fungal infections. So in the wintertime, it's also important to make sure that you're changing your socks frequently, washing your feet more frequently to avoid any sorts of fungal infections in between the digits, and of course wearing like a wool sock. So a lot of us tend to gravitate towards cotton socks, which are comfortable, but they tend to hold on to moisture, whereas a wool blend sock is going to wick away some of that moisture and prevent it from sitting in your shoe all day and causing fungal infections.
That's a good point to bring out, sitting in the shoes all day, because when we grew up, we had our boots that we pulled on over our shoes, and then we would take our boots off, but we'd still be in our shoes all day. Is it a good idea? Because, again, I know a lot of people are fashion conscious. So what happens when someone says, well, I wear my boots to work because they're stylish, talking to the ladies, and then all of a sudden I'm in my shoes? How does all that, is it better to have different heel heights, different things like that?
Yeah, I mean, especially in the wintertime, you're going to be more conscious of the types of shoes that you're wearing, but you should be really changing your shoes frequently, not wearing the same pair every day, rotating them to give them a break. And another helpful tip is just spraying out your shoes with an antifungal spray. So you're wearing the same shoes day in and day out, you're going to have a higher fungal count in those shoes. So spraying them out to make sure that we're not going to have any issues with that are important.
Now, this one is really going to shock the ladies, so if you're not sitting down, you better. Dr. Portnova and I were talking before we began our discussion here, and you say no to nail polish?
Yes, having nail polish on all the time is not good for your nails. Now, it could be different for fingernails because they're exposed to air and you're washing your hands frequently throughout the day. But when it comes to your feet, again, we're keeping them in closed, confined, dark spaces. You're going to want to give the toenails a break, especially in the winter time. No one's going to see your feet as much as they do in the summer when you have your open sandals, so it's a good time to take your polish off. What that's going to do is allow for some of the natural nutrients to come back to the nail. Nail polish tends to be made with very harsh chemicals, so it's going to strip your nails of its natural nutrients, make them very dry and brittle, which in the winter is obviously an issue with our skin to begin with. So in the winter time, I encourage women, leave your nail polish off, maybe forego the pedicures a bit at the salon, and actually switch to something more natural like a tea tree oil or coconut oil. If you put that on several times a week, it's going to hydrate the nail, help with some of the dry, cracking dystrophy involving the nail, and restore some of the health while no one's taking a look at your toes as closely in the wintertime.
I think there's a lot of women out there who just went, what? What did she say? Well, speaking of that, and especially with the dry, the cracking, what about the lotions? There's so many out there.
So a lot of the lotions that are over the counter are very good. I really can't speak on behalf of many that are bad, but the one thing that you want to do is stay away from scented creams for your feet. Scents and perfumes tend to aggravate and cause inflammation, so something that's not scented is going to be much better. In the wintertime, you should always be applying a moisturizing cream every day, because it's very common that our skin will dry out and crack, and especially in not just the average population, but especially diabetic populations, predispose you to infection. So using a cream daily, oftentimes twice a day if you're really prone to dry skin.
Oh, Dr. Portnova, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And we will have her back soon here on Wellness Wednesday.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
When was the last time someone pumped your gas, checked your oil, cleaned your windshield? At Craig's Tire and Auto Service Center, they believe in full service at the gas pump. Craig's also offers full computer diagnostic service, alignments, Pennsylvania state inspections including emissions, brakes, tires, anything you need to keep your car running perfectly. Let Craig's do the work for you like they have for over 50 years. Craig's Tire and Auto Service Center, 620 East Diamond Avenue in Hazleton.
Ralph M. Cameron, specializing in quality and affordable construction services for residential, commercial, and industrial, licensed and insured. Call 570-401-0654 today for all your construction needs.
Stop in at Two Italian Guys Pizzeria for the best pizza in town, serving a large variety of pizzas, stromboli, and so much more. Open till 3 a.m. Take out or eat in, delivery available. Call 570-459-2783.
Boys basketball last night. Myers traveling to Hazleton, and Ryan Osachi has the highlights.
Tuesday night, the Hazleton boys basketball team hosted the Myers Mohawks. Coming into this game, Hazleton's record was 5-3, and the Mohawks' record was 1-9. The first quarter proved to be a back-and-forth battle, especially in the three-pointers department. Both teams were consistent throughout the quarter and making good plays, which kept the game close. Myers' Kendall Brewster scored 11 of the 15 points for the Mohawks in the first quarter, including hitting 3 three-pointers. Hazleton's Demir Faison scored 7 of the 14 points for Hazleton in the first quarter. Faison and Brewster did not slow down going into the second quarter, as both players finished the first half with 18 points. To end the first half, Andrew Vida hit a buzzer beater to tie the game.
To beat the horn. It is good! That is a three-point goal!
Hazleton had all the momentum coming into the second half after the first half buzzer beater. They outscored Myers 14-6 in the third quarter. Demir Faison also continued his dominance with this slam dunk.
And Faison with the jam!
Faison would finish the game with 25 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks. The fourth quarter was much more consistent for Myers, just like the first and second quarters, but they just couldn't close the gap as Hazleton was able to consistently answer on big plays such as this one. Myers' Kendall Brewster finished the game with 26 points, leading all players after this deep three-pointer. Brewster made 6 three-pointers on the game. But with only 2 seconds left, there was no time left for a comeback.
And the 1.9 seconds goes off the clock.
Hazleton would win the game with a final score of 54-48. Hazleton is now 6-3, and Myers is 1-10. Reporting in Hazleton for Wyln News, I'm Ryan Osachi. Also, be sure to tune in tomorrow night for more high school basketball as the Berwick Bulldogs host the Crestwood Comets. The game will broadcast live right here on WYLN at 7:30. Join Marty Burns and Joe DeMelfi and the rest of the WYLN sports crew in what is sure to be an exciting game. Again, the game will be live tomorrow night right here at 7:30.
Thanks, Ryan. And that's the news. Remember, you can always get news updates on our WYLN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN.
Being a new business is never an easy task, and this market deserves a dealer that guarantees the best price. Some people think our $1,000 low price guarantee could be a hoax, but let me assure you that is false. If we don't have the lowest price on any vehicle in stock, we'll write you a check for $1,000, guaranteed. Check us out on the internet 24/7 at blazehazleton.com. And if that's not the lowest price, print out your lowest price and bring it in and we'll beat. No need to shop anywhere else. We guarantee the lowest price. Blaze Alexander, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Mazda of Greater Hazleton, home of the new low price guarantee. We'll beat any deal.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazleton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org. You're watching Monterey City's Choice. For news, weather, and live.